I was brought up in a Muslim country, and there I listened to people reading lines from the Holy Quran. I'm not a believer of this faith, but still, that school taught me to talk. So, here in this school, I get to see people, especially children, being forced to sit through bhajans for almost 1 to 2 hours. Do you remember your school assembly? Well, you may have mixed opinions and experience. I do remember my school days and my school assembly with both pleasant, unfavorable, and favorable memories. You may remember participating in prayer songs, listening to the thought for the day news, or even looking at your friend from the corner of your eyes, just waiting to go back to the classroom and share about the weekend or the previous day. It happens as children, we all are excited. School assemblies become tedious when there is no agenda, when it extends beyond a period, right? When people keep on speaking without any kind of proper planning. Now, today's topic is all about tolerance. Now, you may think, now, what is the connection between tolerance, school assembly? I was brought up in a Muslim country, and there I listened to people reading lines from the Holy Quran. I'm not a believer of this faith, but still, that school taught me to tolerate all belief systems. I'm not referring to just religion. Religion is man made. So, after that, they used to sing the songs, devotional songs, universal prayer songs. I was a part of the prayer song team. And then, after that, the principal used to give the instructions, the agenda for the week. And if there were people who had to be congratulated, the achievers, the top scorers of the quiz competitions, everything used to be facilitated during that particular time. Now, there was a strict agenda prepared on most of the days, except on longer assemblies where you had the Teachers' Day, Children's Day, but still, we used to be excited to be a part of it. Now, today, living in a country that's secular and even a country where the ancestors have been teaching us, have taught us all about tolerance, tolerating different belief systems, we get to hear children, even children, getting harassed for their belief system. The teachers, the professors, and people from different walks of life just barge in, and this is primarily because they don't cross check, they have assumptions about a person at the look or maybe at one particular group. Everybody is not the same. Every belief system, every religion is not the same. Now, what has this got to do with language learning, especially the English language? I'll come to that. Please stay for the next few minutes. My name is Rini Rose Matthew. I'm a CELTA certified tutor and also an author. If you're watching me the first time, please go back to the other videos. I've done a lot of topics for all level learners. Before becoming a trainer, I was a student. I was into academics. Even now, I am a learner, though not a student. I would like to share some guidelines, not pieces of advice. I remember being a part of my school assembly, and I'm proud to say that I learned this idea of tolerance from a Muslim country because I was brought up in a Middle Eastern country, and that gave me the privilege to look deeper into the perspectives of different religion. We had people from different parts of the world in our school. Now, speaking about tolerance, being in a beautiful country where our roots and traditions speak about tolerance, we don't seem to experience that today, especially in 2025. This is not going to be a sensitive topic, but this is just to spread awareness because our children are in schools. We have young people in colleges, and also we have a lot of people working with different institutions and different reputed companies. So, when that's the case, when you promote and promulgate one belief system in the name of religion, saying that only this is right, then it is not faith. It is simply being fanatic. It is fanaticism. You need to speak about your faith. You should be proud about your faith and roots. But when you impose it on others, when you say that this is the only thing that's right, it is not correct. Now, I still see a school in my locality, in my place, that promotes worshipping man God. I'm not going to mention the name of the school. Few years back, they used to focus on devotional songs and a lot of bhajans for this particular man God. and that used to be a part of the staff meeting. Now when it's the faculty members also, it's not correct, because the school has got many people from different belief systems and ideologies. It's good to have devotional songs. I'm not saying that shouldn't be a part of your educational system, because when you're a part of an educational system, whether it's a school or a college, is supposed to teach tolerance, values, discipline. Where else will you learn all these values? When you go to a company, when you go to an institution after becoming an adult? Not necessarily. We are a part of a beautiful culture that teaches us to coexist. So, when that's the case, we can tolerate different languages. We can also tolerate the English language without any difficulty. So, here, this particular school now, I've been watching that they promote bhajans, devotional songs, focusing only on this man God. I'm not against man God. It's your wish to worship whatever you want. It's your belief system. So please get me right. It's about imposing this on children, saying that this is the only belief system. This is what we follow. You have to follow the way that we do here. Of course, we have institutions that follow certain ideologies, belief system throughout the country. We have got different Catholic institutions, Christian religious system. We have got different institutions from different walks of life. It's okay to have ideology, your system, your belief, your motto, saying that this is what we follow. It can be taken from the Holy Quran, the Holy Bible, the Bhagavad Gita, Buddhism, whatever you're following. But imposing that on the faculty members and children, I think that is not good approach to believing anything, to even promoting things, especially in educational system. So here in this school, I get to see people, especially children, being forced to sit through bhajans for almost 1 to 2 hours. And this happens during school assembly. School assembly is a space for you to plan, to think about what's going to happen in the week or what is the agenda for the day. Because I know that faculty members also will be irritated because their precious time is ticking off and they're losing their time, their precious seconds. But irrespective of that, we need school assembly. We need thought for the day. We need a time where everybody get together, where you get to see your batchmates and your teachers and people belonging to other divisions. It's good. But when you're together, don't you think it's important to promote something that is universal, that can be accepted, not only accepted, that can be a part of everyone's life in the right proportion, instead of imposing and saying that this is the only thing. And these kind of sarcastic remarks that come from the stakeholders, saying that others are that, others are this, other belief systems are not correct. I get to hear this from different parents and different children. They approach the management, and this is happening all around the country, maybe with different institutions. But what I would like to tell you is many people, when you're into learning something, especially the English language, tolerance is important. Recently, we got to see people being harassed just for religious benefits and religious sake. I don't think that's a good approach. It's good to speak about what you're believing, but imposing it and then generalizing, saying that everybody is doing the same thing. No, I don't think so. That's a good idea, because when we celebrate a lot of festivals, when we are part of different cultures, I think we as Indians should show the other parts of the world how we can coexist, how we can tolerate and respect every other religion, even if you don't follow it, even if you don't observe it, even if you don't follow the rituals. That's different. But here in this school, coming back to that school, they force people to follow the rituals, even be a part of a system that they follow religiously as part of ritual. No, that is not the case. Now, what has this got to do with the English language learning process? English is a global language, it's accepted. It's a universal language. You can learn it if you want. Otherwise, no problem. Nobody is forcing you. Now, when it comes to English, you know that it belongs to the native speakers, the Britishers, and also the Americans we speak about. And then there are other parts of the world. It is their mother tongue, it is their culture. When we learn a particular language, we get an insight into their culture. So, when we begin learning Hindi or other regional languages, we get a kind of profound knowledge, at least to begin with superficial knowledge. We get a superficial knowledge of the culture, of the people, the system, and then the language. That is how it is interdependent. And a little bit of history also. Now, English is a global language and we focus on ELT, English language teaching. We are foreigners and we are not native speakers of English. When that is the case, we are trying to grab the knowledge, we are trying to learn something because of our interest. So, ELT focuses on strategies, techniques, methods of learning and teaching that is accepted. So you have the standard parameters. And this is not something that I'm trying to tell you. This was found out by great theorists, by great linguists, language experts, language theorists, and people from different branches of language studies. So they have written lot of books on this, and this was a part of our CELTA course. Even before that, we had to work on these books, the history of language, the evolution of English, and different other things. I'm not saying that I know everything, I'm still a learner. I'm happy to have devoured at least some of it. I'm just sharing these guidelines. So when ELT gives you the standard parameters, it is telling you in simple language that this can be learned by anyone from any part of the world. Irrespective of your background, irrespective of your level, whatever you're doing, you can learn the language. Only thing is you should have the interest. So that is ELT. Even if the native speakers in the worst case say that you cannot speak English, some people are like that. Some critiques are there, some destructive people are also there who say don't learn our language, it is not for you. ELT means you learn the language so that you get an access to another language, another foreign language, and ELT makes it possible for anyone. So it is not something that is specific to an individual, it is for you, it is created for you. So religion is created by people, it is man made. But you have the belief system. There's something that's universal, just like ELT. There is something that's universal. It's found out by many people who sat together for years, who worked on it passionately with a lot of determination. So it is made possible to everyone, even you and me. So when that's the case, I think we don't have to have any kind of discrimination. We are following standard parameters. In order to learn the English language, you need to be tolerant. You need to tolerate so many things in life, not just the hardship of learning the language. Don't get me wrong. When you work on any skill, it can be very, very difficult initially. But tolerance means tolerating other belief system, other people, their culture, and also understanding the positive aspects, the constructive part of it, and what else can be improved. The same thing they do when they learn our language, our festivals, our dance forms, everything, our art forms, which is so rich. So, when that's the case, the very purpose of working on the English language is to tolerate other parts of the world also, because it is a global language. It is giving an access. It's not just about pronunciation and accent that makes you a good speaker, it's all about how you include. Inclusiveness, it includes everyone. That is why we have different levels, and then you upgrade, they help you. Analysis is there, assessment is also there. It's not just for the native speakers, even native speakers work on their language. So when that's the case, when it is global, I think as English language learners we can promote tolerance, not just of language, culture, differences, belief system, ideology, without imposition, without intolerance, without discrimination. This is important today. This is what we have to teach in the schools. These are not pieces of advice. This is not part of philosophy, also. I've learned some philosophy, but I get to understand that philosophers speak from their life experience and also from everything that happens around them. So some of them can be true. It is proven to be true. Now, when we are in 2025, we have all the other ideas that spring up. So today, the responsibility of the education system, which is already evolving, which is already working towards a betterment, is to show them values, the guidance, the right path, the wrong path. So this is what I wanted to just share with you out of concern. And after seeing all the news that comes in the newspapers, which gets promoted through the social media, it is taking a difficult turn, as you know. And I think as a language trainer and as a language counselor, as an author, this is what I can do to help you out. Think in this way, at least think in this way, even if you don't want to follow it. Happy learning and all the best.